Joe? Good. Call this meeting to order. This is the Commissioner meeting of November 25th, 2025 at 6 p.m. at the Sussex County Administrative Center in the Commissioner Meeting Room on 1 Spring Street, Newton, New Jersey. Roll call, please.
Director Carney?
Here.
Deputy Director Space?
Here.
Commissioner DeGroot?
Here.
Commissioner Hayden, absent. Commissioner Henderson?
Here.
All right, number 3 is a moment of silence and a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Number 4 is public statement. Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, PL 1975, adequate notice as defined by Section 3D of Chapter 231, PL 1975, has been made by regular mail and email, such notice being submitted on January 7th, 2025, from the Administrative Center of the County of Sussex, located at 1 Spring Street, Newton, New Jersey, to the following: New Jersey Herald, Strauss News, and the Star Ledger, and is also posted on a bulletin board maintaining the Administrative Center for public announcements, and has been submitted to the Sussex County Clerk in compliance with said act. At this time, please mute all electronic devices. Commissioners, remove your phones, please. Number 5 is the approval of agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Commissioner
Second.
Henderson moves, Commissioner DeGroot seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, carries. Number 6, proclamation certificates, presentations. There are none. Number 7, executive session. Linda?
Executive session, providing for an executive closed session not open to the public in accordance with the provisions of NJSA 10:4-12 et sec. Whereas the subject matters about to be discussed may be excluded from the public portion of the meeting by resolution of the Board of County Commissioners as an exception to the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to NJSA 10:4-12B, and whereas it appears necessary for the Board of County Commissioners to discuss such matters in executive session. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Sussex, in accordance with the provisions of NJSA 10:4-12B and NJSA 10:4-13, that the board at this time enter in an executive session from which the public shall be excluded, and be it further resolved that the general nature of the subjects to be discussed relate to the following items authorized by NJSA 10:4-12B as designated below. Number 4, matters relating to collective bargaining agreements, CWA 1032 updates, and number 8, matters relating to the employment relationship personnel. Be it further resolved that the deliberations conducted in closed session may be disclosed to the public upon the determination of the Sussex County Board of County Commissioners, or provided by law that the public interest will no longer be served by such confidentiality, and be it further resolved that upon completion of the business for which the board has entered into the executive session, the board shall reconvene and resume its meeting open to the public. And be it further resolved that the board expects to will take formal action after returning from executive session, except to adjourn the regular meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Director Space moves, Commissioner Henderson seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, carries. All right. We'll be back as soon as we can. I'm sorry?
I can't get the recording. That is weird. All right, just make sure that one's going. Okay, it's on. We're good. Yep.
Can I get a motion to adjourn from executive session and return to regular business?
So moved.
Commissioner DeGroot moves, Commissioner Henderson seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Oppose, abstain, carries. Number 8 is a public hearing. This is the final adoption of ordinance 25-07. At a regular meeting held on November 12th, 2025, we introduced for first reading the following ordinance, which was advertised in the New Jersey Herald, issue of November 18th, 2025, together with notice of public hearing stating it would be held at this meeting at 6 p.m. This is amending speed limits established along County Route 515 on a resolution entitled Establishing Speed Limits on Vernon-Stockholm Road, Route 515, in the Township of Vernon, dated September 16th, 1975. Motion that the public hearing be opened.
So moved.
Second.
Deputy Director Space moves, Commissioner DeGroot seconds. Any discussion? Just keep in mind for the record, this is lowering the speed limit, not increasing the speed limit. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Oppose, abstain, carries. Is there anyone present to be heard regarding this ordinance?
John Snyder, Sandyston. I'm happy to hear that you're talking about lowering speed limits, as I am concerned about, as you know, lowering up there on Beaver Road for safety. Thank you.
Anyone else? Motion that the public hearing be closed?
So moved.
Second?
Deputy, Commissioner Henderson, Deputy Director Space seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, abstained, carries. Can I get a motion that this ordinance be finally adopted?
So moved.
Second.
Deputy Director Space, Commissioner Groot seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, carries. All right. Motion that this resolution be finally adopted and authorize the clerk to advertise this resolution as finally adopted and also post the same on the bulletin board in the lobby of the County Administrative Center.
So moved.
Second?
Commissioner DeGroot moves, Deputy Director Space seconds. Any discussion? And we'll take a roll call on this, please.
Director Carney?
Yes.
Deputy Director Space?
Yes.
Commissioner DeGroot?
Yes.
Commissioner Hayden absent. Commissioner Henderson?
Yes.
All right, 9, public session from the floor. This public session is for those wishing to make a comment of 3 minutes or less regarding an agenda item. Please line up at the microphone and state your name, municipality, and agenda topic for the record. Motion to open the floor for public comment.
So moved.
Commissioner Henderson moves, Commissioner DeGroot seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, carries. The floor is open for agenda topics. All right, seeing none. Can I get a motion to close the floor for public comment?
So moved.
Commissioner Henderson moves, Deputy Director Space seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, carries. Number 10, Commissioner comments. Commissioner Henderson, we'll start with you.
Okay, on November 13th, I attended the Sparta Township Council meeting. As I've stated in the past, it's a great opportunity to hear concerns faced by fellow committee and council members. I encourage all of you to attend their meetings as well. On Friday, November 14th, I, along with my fellow commissioners, attended the Economic Development Luncheon at North Shore House, where individuals and businesses were recognized for the outstanding work they've done in Sussex County. Congratulations to all those that were awarded and those nominated. I'm sure it was tough choosing a winner by the EDC committee. On November 18th, I attended the New Jersey League of Municipality Convention in Atlantic City along with my fellow commissioners. On November 22nd and 23rd, I attended the Stuff the Bus campaign at Newton ShopRite for several hours collecting food for those in need. The outpouring of donations was overwhelming. I'd also like to thank ShopRite stores for allowing these events to happen at their store locations. Without partnerships like this, it would be a challenge. And again, I'll say if we all put our political views of each other to the side, we can work together towards positive goals, not only for the county, but our state and our country. On November 24th, along with my wife, we spent several hours at Sussex County Food Pantry unloading 6 busloads of assorted items for those in need. It amazes me that this food doesn't last as many people as we have financially strapped here in the county. I urge all of you to spend a few hours at our county food pantry to see the men and women in action and all the volunteers trying to provide the best for our residents. Also on November 24th, as liaison to Vernon Township, I attended the Vernon Township Council meeting where Mayor Rossi thanked the county for its continued support. Today, with Deputy Administrator Lorraine Hentz and I attended a Zoom meeting as a follow-up class we had taken in Atlantic City to make Sussex County film ready for movies to be produced here in Sussex County. I think you all agree with our scenery and what Sussex County has to offer to producers. It's second to none. I wish that I had more to report on my committees that I sit on, but many were canceled due to the league convention. And lastly, I'd like to wish everybody and their family a happy Thanksgiving. And that's all I have.
Good evening, everyone. Like my fellow commissioners, I had the opportunity to attend League of Municipalities Conference. While I was a bit disappointed that there was no agricultural sessions this year, as there have been in years past, it was still a valuable experience connecting with colleagues from across the state, sharing ideas on how we can enhance county services. It's always a good time. Since our last meeting, I also checked in with the New Jersey Agricultural Experiment Station Cooperative Extension of Sussex County, as well as Sussex County 4-H. Both reported that things were going really well and that they had a busy and very productive harvest season. Next, the Sussex County Library System is celebrating the holiday season with a full month of festive events for all ages. Throughout December, branches across the county will host winter craft workshops, tea tastings, cookie exchanges, cupcake and cookie decorating programs, kids art classes, STEM activities, and special holiday events. The Sussex County Library System also offers a wide selection of seasonal books, movies, and music to enjoy all month long. For full event details and registration information, visit Sussex County Library System website or contact your local branch. Next, from our Division of Senior Services, veterans of all ages are invited to join the Sussex County Veterans Peer Support Group. This month's meeting will take place at Newton Firehouse Station 1, 22 Mill Street, Newton, on Wednesday, December 10th, 2025, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Attendees can enjoy an evening of fellowship while learning about the programs and services available to support veterans in our county. To register or learn more, please contact Division of Senior Services, 973-055. Extension 1135. Finally, had the pleasure of attending a few community events over the past few weeks. I attended the Sussex County Economic Development Partnership Luncheon with my fellow commissioners, where I'd like to extend congratulations to all award winners and nominees for their efforts here in the county. Also had the honor of serving as a mystery reader for Sussex Christian School, where I happily read the student's book of choice, I Want My Hat Back. Spending time with our youth is always a joy and a reminder of why our community is just oh so special. And lastly, I joined Interim County Administrator Christina Marks in Franklin, along with our dedicated county social services staff, to stuff the bus. The generosity displayed by our residents is truly remarkable and is a blessing to witness our community come together to fight hunger during the holiday season. That's all I have. Have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you. The 18th annual Stuff the Bus food drive to benefit the Sussex County Social Services Food Pantry was a huge success. iHeartMedia 103.7, WNNJ 102.3 WSUS, and 106.3 The Bear hosted the food drive over this past weekend at the Provident Bank in Sparta and at the Byram, Franklin, Newton, Sparta, and Sussex ShopRite locations. The County of Sussex is extremely grateful to our community for their generosity during these economically challenging times. The community support and involvement with this drive serves as a living example of what makes Sussex County such a special place to live and work. If anyone is in need of food for themselves or their family, please contact the Division of Social Services at 973-383-3600 or visit the agency at 83 Spring Street in Newton during the regular office hours, Monday through Friday, from 8:30 to 4:30. I also want to thank the employees that gave up their weekend to do the Stuff the Bus. I got there at 10 o'clock, and the bus in Sussex was already a quarter of the way packed by 10 o'clock, so that was pretty impressive. I enjoyed the stories of the volunteers, the donors that stopped. Some people specifically came just to bring food because they heard it on the radio. So keep giving, we need, and it's nice to help those that are less fortunate. Division of Senior Services, 10-year anniversary of the Center for Lifelong Learning. The Division of Senior Services and Sussex County Community College will celebrate the 10th anniversary of their partnership to form the Center for Lifelong Learning this December. The Center for Lifelong Learning provides educational presentations and programs to seniors. Please contact the Division of Senior Services at 973-579-0555, extension 1277, to learn more about the Center for Lifelong Learning at SCCC. Division of Health, Office of Public Health Nursing is holding a women's clinic on Thursday, December 11th from 4:30 to 7:30 at the Office of Public Health Nursing, 201 Wheatsworth Road in Hamburg. This clinic offers a variety of health screenings and education. The service is free to uninsured and underinsured county residents who qualify for the New Jersey Cancer Education and Early Detection NJSEED program. To make an appointment, call the Office of Public Health Nursing at 973-579-0570, extension 1275. I'm going to be very brief on my other comments, because I feel like I'm echoing everything that everyone said. But the Economic Development Partnership Luncheon was excellent, and Sussex County, we actually, commissioners, received an award along with the Chamber of Commerce for the Workforce Development Award, which was very nice, and we were surprised. We didn't expect it, so that was good. And I had the opportunity to be a presenter since I serve as a liaison to the Economic Development Partnership. We all attended the league, which was wonderful, educational, and good with networking. And then the only other little update I have, I touched on it last time. The rallies on the green are continuing to cost the taxpayers. We do need to provide security, and it was rented for approximately 300 people. And I think there were less this time. It was rainy, but we have to prepare. Well, we don't. The Sheriff's Department has to prepare in overtime to staff this, put out the barriers. We can't just have no security. And this rally cost the Sheriff's Department in overtime $10,415.70. So it's continuing to increase. The time before, they planned for 300 people, and they had probably 700 people. So not knowing what to expect, and we can't, I'll be honest, somebody wrote about me and blamed me for not wanting to let the people have free speech, but I'm all about free speech, but we have to protect the people, and it's getting costly at $10,415.70 for a rally. So unless they write and say we want no protection, we have to keep providing it. So that's all I have.
Yeah, and just to segue into that, that's up to the sheriff, how many people he thinks that are there, it has nothing to do
Yeah,
with us.
and it's all the planning, yes, and he has to protect the people, that's his job,
Well, we need to be proactive, not reactive,
right,
because when we're reactive,
Right.
something bad happens.
right,
And then we'll never hear the end of it.
right. And that's a dangerous spot. I mean, the cars go all the way around, and, if we don't have the barriers and the protection, we could have a major disaster.
Safety
And lives
first.
lost. Yep, thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to start with engineering and planning. Sussex County construction crew completed reconstruction of the roadway, including the finished paving at County Bridge X20 located at Berry Road in Wantage. Everybody knows that bridge has been out for 12, 13 years, I think. Probably the longest bridge we have in Sussex that's been out, over by Woodburn Park. The county guide rail crew is in process of installing the bridge approach rails. Rail work could be completed this week. The crews will be working on final shoulder work, final seating and soil stabilization, and paving markings. Weather permitting, the bridge should be returned to full service in early December. Sussex County Traffic Safety Crews. The Sussex County Traffic Safety Crews completed the annual nighttime reflectivity inspections of 4,950 in-service traffic signs located along 9 county routes and off-system bridges. The program occurs every year with about 1/2 of 12,000 in-service traffic signs being inspected annually. The program was established to provide compliance with the federal manual on uniform traffic control devices for streets and highway standards. Crews inspect and verify in-service traffic signs meet minimum levels of reflectivity. Signs which fall below the minimum standards are scheduled for replacement. This year's program identified 71 signs which did not comply with the minimum reflectivity standards. Work orders will be issued for the replacement of signs, and replacements expected to be completed by the traffic safety crews within the next 60 days. Division of Public Works. Public Works expects to have all open paving works completed by tomorrow. The season's final work includes milling and paving County Route 560 bridge approaches in Layton, a short segment of County Route 650 in Montague, County Route 603 tunnel in Green, a segment of County Route 607 shoulder in Hopatcong, the right turn intersection approach lane on County Route 631 at the State Route 94 intersection, and repaving of the Layton District Maintenance Yard. Over the next few weeks, Public Works crews will focus on installing snow fence. Snow fence helps reduce drifting of snow into county routes, at least that's what we're told. The fence is installed outside the county right-of-way on private properties and requires the voluntary consent of adjacent property owners. Due to a variety of factors, the number of locations the county installs snow fence has significantly reduced over the last 10 years or so. From the clerk, revenue for the month of October is down $700.25 from that of October of '24. The fiscal year at the county clerk's office ends November 30th, 2025. The current fiscal increase to date is $172,664.45, higher than it was for October 31st of 2024. Property alert systems went up in October 64. To date is 2008. And Daniel's Law participants in October went up 5, and to date is 919. Just a little short synopsis from District 24 from our Senator Parker Space. This is called Space Sponsored Law Protects Farmers from Nuisance Lawsuits. Governor Phil Murphy signed bipartisan legislation sponsored by Senator Parker Space that strengthens legal protections for commercial farmers under the Right to Farm Act. By enacting this law, we are protecting farmers from bad faith lawsuits that waste time and money, said Senator Space. It's hard enough to make a living farming the land, and dealing with frivolous complaints only makes it more difficult. Today's bill signing sends a clear message that we stand with our farmers and honor the traditions that have shaped New Jersey's rich agricultural heritage. Farmers will now be able to submit applications to a county agricultural development board or the state agricultural development committee to recover reasonable costs and attorney fees incurred in the defense of bad faith complaints against legitimate commercial operations, activities, or structures. And if the complaint is determined to have been made in bad faith, the appropriate board would issue an order for the complaint to pay reasonable costs and fees to the farmer. This bill was strongly supported by the New Jersey Farm Bureau and others in the state agricultural community. If you'd like to read this bill, it's S-3662 for the Senate, and Assembly is A-4603, and you can get that online. As my colleague said, we attended a lot of things this last 2 weeks, so I will not say them again. That's all I have. That's that. All right. Number 11 is approval of a consent agenda. There is none. Number 12 is approval of minutes. These is from the regular meeting of October 22nd, 2025. Motion to approve the minutes from the meetings.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Henderson moves. Commissioner DeGroot seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Oppose, abstain, carries. Number 13, ordinance, we have none. Number 14, appointments and/or resignations. We have none at this time. Number 15 is resolutions. All right. Motion to adopt resolutions A through M.
So moved.
Commissioner DeGroot, have a
Second.
second. Deputy Director Space, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Director Carney.
Yes.
Deputy Director Space.
Yes.
Commissioner DeGroot.
Yes.
Commissioner Hayden absent. Commissioner Henderson.
Yes.
All right, 16 is awards of contracts, change orders, and bids. The Board of County Commissioners of the County of Sussex has reviewed the award of contract change orders bids consisting of various proposed resolutions and determined that the adoption of the said resolutions is and will further the public's interest. Motion to adopt resolutions A through B.
So moved.
Deputy Director Space, can I have a second?
Second.
Commissioner Henderson, any discussion? Roll call.
Director Carney.
Yes.
Deputy Director Space.
Yes.
Commissioner DeGroot.
Yes.
Commissioner Hayden absent. Commissioner Henderson.
Yes.
All right, 17 is financial. We have two bills lists. We'll start with payment of bills list A from November 25th, 2025. Motion to pay bills list A.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner DeGroot moves. Deputy Director Space seconds. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Director Carney.
Yes.
Deputy Director Space.
Yes.
Commissioner DeGroot.
Yes.
Commissioner Hayden absent. Commissioner Henderson.
Yes.
All right, payment of bills list B. This is from November 25th, 2025. Can I get a motion to pay bills list B?
So moved.
Commissioner Henderson moves. Can I have a second?
Second.
Deputy Director Space seconds. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Director Carney.
Yes.
Deputy Director Space.
Yes.
Commissioner DeGroot.
Abstain.
Commissioner Hayden absent. Commissioner Henderson.
Yes.
All right, resolution C and D. C is cancellation of outstanding checks, and D is transfer of 2025 current appropriations. Motion to adopt the resolutions C and D.
So moved.
Commissioner
Second.
Henderson moves. Deputy Director Space seconds. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Director Carney.
Yes.
Deputy Director Space.
Yes.
Commissioner DeGroot.
Yes.
Commissioner Hayden absent. Commissioner Henderson.
Yes.
All right, number 18, personnel, there is none. Number 19, the administrative report. Christina?
Okay, thank you. You just want to give a quick update regarding the parking meters that we've been working on and our deputy county administrator has also been working on. The signs are currently in fabrication. They're scheduled to be installed next week. If we do receive those signs by the end of the day tomorrow, they would be able to schedule the install to begin on Monday morning. As all of the commissioners have stated, and especially Deputy Director Space, the Stuff the Bus was a huge success this year. The Division of Social Services Food Pantry recorded its most food received during the event to date. All 6 buses were packed. The county received 330 turkeys, 47 hams, 30 lasagnas, an incredible amount of additional food and toiletries. As a result, the county was able to help 7 additional food pantries that were low in stock as well. This could not have been done without the help of the volunteers, but most importantly, the residents of Sussex County who obviously donated generously. And a reminder to everyone that County Clerk Jeff Parrott is also hosting a Stuff the Box within the county. Any resident can also donate, but the boxes are within county facilities. The pickup time is between December 29th and January 3rd, so that once the rush of the holidays have passed, we have additional items in the food pantry that we can continue helping residents with. But I do want to, because they highlighted, and I do want to make sure that I'm highlighting the incredible donations from staff to date. Our records retention department, one individual in particular, Jackie Decker, has provided a minimum of 20 meals in a bag with recipe cards and included cake making kits as well for people in need, so that's wonderful. And the Frankfurt Main Library has filled their box and they're still collecting donations, so they filled it and it's becoming filled again. I met with Sussex County Community College's finance officer and benefits staff. They asked to meet to help explain the county's current health plan. They are receiving, an increase in their health benefits as well, and wanted to see how the county was able to formulate a plan that did not meet such a drastic increases seen throughout the municipalities and the county colleges. As far as the Homestead Sewer Project, engineering designs are expected back this week with next steps to follow. And I just don't want to give up quick update on the jail subdivision. I followed up with the planning department and facilities to see if there was any update regarding the subdivision of the property. As you'll recall, on September 17th, the town of Newton approved the subdivision plan. However, because it is in the county, our county planning department cannot hear the plan. So Bergen County will be hearing that application. We're just waiting on a date for that. And that's all I have.
Thank you. When did you say the engineering for the plant will be done next week?
By next week, yes.
Perfect, thank you.
You want to go? You want me to go? You can go first. Okay. Just real quick, it was just brought to my attention from a constituent, long time coming, but that Sussex County doesn't have signs labeling the rivers over, bigger rivers, over some of the bridges that we have in the county. Neighboring counties have it, so I just wanted to ask the board if myself and perhaps maybe Administrator Marks can just pursue the cost in-house. I mean, we produce signs in-house and just see what the criteria or just dictate what rivers would qualify in Sussex County. So again, just doing research and just want to inform the board and see if it's okay with y'all.
I have no problem with it. As long as it's in-house.
Okay.
I think that's a question probably for autumn, right? And maybe when we do inventory, to make sure what we, if there's any. I know Walk Hill might have some, right?
Yeah.
Walk Hill Wildlife Refuge. Everybody good with that? Good? Okay,
Okay,
perfect.
thank you.
All right, so our big business, why we took so long in executive session, I'm just going to read the resolution for the record. Whereas the County of Sussex has created the position of County Administrator pursuant to NJSA 40A:9-2, and whereas the County of Sussex desires to appoint a qualified person to the position of County Administrator, and whereas the Sussex County Board of County finds that Christina Marks meets the qualifications for County Administrator based on her knowledge and experience. Now therefore it be resolved that effective January 2nd, 2026, the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Sussex does hereby appoint Christina Marks as the County Administrator for a term of 3 years in accordance with NJSA 40A:9-42, and subject further to the terms of employment agreement that shall be subject to the County Council negotiation, review, and executed after the adoption of this resolution. And be it further resolved that Christina Marks is authorized and directed to fulfill all of the duties and responsibilities of the position of County Administrator pursuant to NJSA 40A:9-42 in Article 3 of the Sussex County Administrative Code, and be it further resolved that certified copies of this resolution be submitted to Christina Marks, Treasurer, County of Sussex, the Office of Employment Services, County Treasurer, and the New Jersey Civil Service Commission, P.O. Box 314, Trenton, New Jersey, 08625. So I need a motion.
So moved.
Deputy Director Space. Have a second.
Second.
Commissioner Henderson. We'll take a roll call on this.
Director Carney,
Yes.
Deputy Director Space.
Yes.
Commissioner DeGroot,
Yes.
Commissioner Hayden absent, Commissioner Henderson.
Yes.
All right, well, congratulations. I think we picked the right person for the job.
I want to thank the board very much, and I look forward to hitting the ground running and doing the best for the citizens of Sussex County. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, anybody else with new business? Good. Okay, number 23, public session from the floor. This public session is for those wishing to make general comments of 3 minutes or less on non-agenda topics. Please line up at the microphone, state your name and municipality for the record. Motion, open the floor for public comment.
So moved.
Commissioner DeGroot moves. Can I have a second?
Do I have to come up yet?
Hold on.
Oh, I gotta wait.
Second.
Second, Deputy Director Space. All in favor, say, any discussion?
Aye.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Oppose, abstain, carries. The floor is now open, Mr. Wolf.
Hi, everybody. I'm Matt Wolf from Wantage, New Jersey, County Bridge and Traffic. So I was here 3 years ago. I wrote a letter, handed. Most of you guys are gone. New. Anyway, so 3 years later, nothing's really changed. And the men and women, nothing's changed. Got a brand new backhoe the other day. And if I stay, I'm retiring, so got a brand new backhoe. If I stay, I'll be making less money. Just think about what you're doing. I'm 66 years old. I've been working a second job since I was hired here. After work, I take holidays, I take vacation days, and I work. And I've saved you guys a lot of money on these bridges. So.
Board of Commissioners, I'm here tonight to express my concern over the proposal that has been given to our union. While I understand there are budgets, money is tight, health insurance is increasing, and that you don't want to increase the property taxes of citizens, which are all legitimate reasons. However, those of us that are employed by the county are not making livable wages. You guys have promised us over the last 3 contracts to bring us to livable wages, and we have yet to see that happen. I understand change does not happen overnight, but our pay has been stagnant over the last 3 contracts. I know how much you enjoy your facts and numbers, so I'm here to break it down for you. The cost of living in New Jersey for 2025 is currently $2,772 a month for a single person, $6,104 a month for a family. Majority of us that work for the county don't even make that per month, and if we do, we have very little left over for the other necessities of food, electricity, and taxes. As of 2024, per the govsalaries.com website, majority of our titles are drastically underpaid compared to certain administration in the county. For example, our previous administrator had an annual salary of $181,000. This is 189% higher than the average salary in Sussex County and 242% higher than the median. Our treasurer was making $155,000 a year, which is 149% higher than the average and 195% higher than the median. Directors, you're looking at about $114,000, which is 82% higher salary and 116%. Social workers are looking at $46,000 a year, which is 25% lower than the average salary and 11% lower than the median. Heavy equipment operators, they're paid at $49,000 and 21% lower than the average and 6% lower than the median. Boarding clerk twos are making $36,000 a year, which is 41% lower than the average and 30% lower than the median. Human service aides, however, they're at $20,000 a year, which is 67% lower than the average and 61% lower than the median. Yet the county says these are livable wages. These numbers don't lie, and they're unacceptable. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, out of all the counties in New Jersey, Sussex County is the lowest paid county in the state. Within our neighboring counties, such as Warren, Morris, Essex, and Union, we're still the lowest paid county. For the first quarter of 2025, the Bureau of Statistics has showed weekly salaries of Essex at $1,902 a week, Morris at $2,318 a week, Union at $1,768 a week, Warren at $1,330, while Sussex County is showing $1,168. My suggestion to correct this issue, I think you need to take a hard glance at your overall spending. The titles that are way above average should be capped. We pay $120,000 a year for Prime Point, yet we have a payroll department and pay employees who are qualified for payroll. You just purchased the bank on Trinity Street, I'm hearing for $1 million. I'm not sure if this is accurate, but the county can't even use the building. That's a waste of money. I'm tired of having every contract in the county tell us that we don't have money.
My name is Dawn Baker, and I'm from Hopatcong. I initially planned to speak tonight about a variety of issues at Sussex County Technical School. However, a member of this board assisted me in getting the contact information for our Board of Ed, so I'm going to limit my remarks only to this one issue. I heard it 1,000 times that losing late buses isn't that big of a deal since it only affects our student athletes. The reality is the loss of these late buses has negatively impacted a large number of students in a variety of ways and has resulted in a complete disservice. Died in Hopatcong, my family and I. I work in Florham Park. I've worked there for over 20 years. My son accepted his seat in the engineering program back in 2023. The use of the late buses during his freshman year before they were cut his sophomore year. My son is not an athlete. He is aspirations of hitting Princeton or MIT when he graduates. An opportunity to participate in clubs and activities last year, his sophomore year. He's now in his junior year, and we still have struggles getting him to and from work. I just simply can't do it. It took me just to be here to say this. I'm begging you guys to find a way to fund late busing at Sussex Tech. All we hear from administration is there is no money for titled vice principal. I can't figure out why we have 3 vice principals and no late buses for these kids. Struggle for all of us. I'm not the only one. I just happen to be the only one willing to take an hour and 38-minute drive. Busing not being at Tech is destroying. Mine in particular can't do it. Doesn't have what he needs for his applications at this point. And I'm begging you, I'm begging you to find a way to help this school. I'm gonna leave it at that, other than to say our parents who have been involved, I am sure some of you will recall this Save Shops or Save Our Shops campaign that was done. Time change for our Board of Ed meetings were changed. The other night, I was attending an NHS ceremony, induction ceremony for my son, where I was forced to make a decision whether I was going to be fully present for my child or attend a Board of Education meeting that was scheduled for 1 hour prior to that induction ceremony. I live in Hopatcong, work in Florham Park. It is impossible for me to do two. And my son deserved us to be there. I'm begging you to do something. Have them put these students first. Thank you.
I'll just make the assumption, I didn't talk to the deputy director's face about your situation. Probably try emailing them or calling them during the day. We've given a lot to tech, if you know that or you don't, a lot, as she probably pointed out. We don't tell them what they can do with their money, we give them their budget. So a lot of people don't understand that, and the same thing with the county college. The Board of Ed was a mess, and we've replaced a lot of those people on both schools. So we're just limited, and I'm not, you can't talk anymore, I just wanted to kind of give you a little help. I'm sure Jill.
I was hoping to point out that the Board of Education, up until Ms. Hayes was kind enough to reach out to get those contact information for them, their emails, they were not made available to any of us. And when I called, they won't give us the addresses. We're supposed to go through whatever it
All
is.
right, so I'm just gonna cut you off, because you can only have 3 minutes, and we'll be here all night. So Director, or Deputy Director Space can help you out further, and you could email any of us, what do we say? Open
Yep.
door policy, and we'll get back.
And I did request the email addresses be listed on their website, which they are now, yes, yep, because they need a way, because that's the board. And I will say that I know that 3 of the board members are current parents out of the 5. One of them is, the Department of Education, or what is her role? Superintendent of Sussex County Education. So, 2 Republicans, 2 Democrats, and 3 are parents, and I believe the 4th that we just appointed put his son through the school. So all 4 have a connection and a passion for that school. So hopefully over time, and, just keep sending the emails if you're not getting anywhere, but hopefully the email addresses to the board members, because they do all care, will get you somewhere. So,
I wouldn't hurt to CC Deputy Director.
yeah, you can CC me on everything, I say that because I do follow up. I'm playing phone tag with a couple other mothers right now, time-wise, but
Okay.
I will respond.
Thank you. Wait for you, Kathy, I was waiting. I was like, she's not gonna talk?
Yes, of course I am. I'm sorry I missed the last meeting. I was sick. I couldn't come. You wouldn't have wanted me here. I'd just like to talk tonight about my concern about our values and choices of candidates on all levels, from local to national. Here in Sussex County, we have technically on the books Commissioner Hayden, who was chosen, as we all know, he's turned out to be a total disaster. As if it wasn't bad enough that he lied about his military service, he then had to make up false accusations against the county food pantry to distract from his own behavior. This resulted in the donor stopping her donations, and Commissioner Hayden has showed no regard for the people who are going to be without food because of this. This is not who we are, nor who we should be as a county. On the national level, President Trump chose to deny SNAP benefits to those in need because he put it in his words that the program was favored by Democrats, and because he was angry at Democrats because of the government shutdown, he wanted to deny the benefits. There is a reserve fund in case of a government shutdown, and 2 judges ruled that funds must go out so these people can get their food. However, the president was still very reluctant. President Trump did not care about those people who might go without food. Again, this is not who we are as a country, and this is not who we should aspire to be. In the future, I hope we will choose leaders who govern with kindness, compassion, and concern. Thank you.
Frankfurt Township. Just a brief comment with Commissioner Hayden, with his personal character that's in question. I don't have anything to say about that. What I do have to say is it seemed a lot of this came down on him after he questioned the food pantry. Now, I've investigated the pantry a little bit in Sparta myself, and we all help with that. We have, who I work for, we do enormous donations, as ShopRite does also. But many people, socialism, if you keep giving people free stuff, I looked at the food and everything, and accountability for being able to get these things. You don't need to be from New Jersey. You don't need to be from the United States. All you need to do is present yourself as hungry, and will be fed, which is not a bad thing. We don't have bodies starving laying in the street. But an investigation would not be out of the question to see this enormous amount of money going in to help people. And I agree with helping people. I will bring somebody into my own house. Nobody's going to starve on the streets. But before we had so-called Social Security, who took care of everybody? We took care of ourselves. And the first thing a community did was have a church. And the churches still do an enormous amount of helping people. But once the government steps in and starts giving free things, you can see what happened with our Social Security system. It's so much fraud and waste, it's unbelievable. It was for seniors. But everybody that gets free stuff is going to take advantage. That's just human nature. I did when I was a union guy. I had a trade act with President Reagan for tariffs on Japan.
1 minute.
And it was for on Harley-Davidson motorcycles, an American company, because Japan was putting them out of business. The government was selling them here at cost. They were a better bike. But once those tariffs were taken off, Harley revived and got their act together and became a very successful company. So all I'm saying is we need to take care of ourselves and stop asking the government to do things. And what we have before the commissioners and the body here, we elect you people to carry out the will of us. We don't expect you to be perfect, but we don't expect President Trump to be perfect. But he did his main job. He closed the borders. And to keep ranting on him, he's the President of the United States. I think he was elected 3 times, personally. But we know he was elected twice. And that's all I have to say for the time being. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Nick DiFabrizio from Augusta. Today is the 242nd anniversary. Okay. Today is the 242nd anniversary of the British leaving New York City and General Washington marching his troops into New York City. And for most historians, I think arguably that was the end of the Revolutionary War. It really was the end of the fighting, and it was the first time that the rest of the world recognized that the colonies were a true independent nation from Britain. And as then and now, New Jersey played a really important part, but was sort of overshadowed in the press, if you will, between the 2 major cities at that time, New York and Philadelphia. And in some ways, we still are to a degree, but New Jersey at that point provided much of the food that made it possible for General Washington to win the Revolutionary War. Without the food from places like this, including this town, and many other places around it, it's unlikely we would have succeeded. And so New Jersey has a very long history of feeding the hungry. And I'm personally very proud that we still do that. We still provide a lot of the farm dairy for the area. We're still a farming community here in many ways, and we provide a lot of food. So while I'm listening to folks being concerned about the question of whether these food banks are properly run or not, and it's always a good idea to run audits, I think in the end, it's a proud history that we have of feeding many people, and I suggest we continue it. I was at the Sparta Food Bank this past weekend, dropping off a truckload of food, and I was very impressed by it. Personally, I help run a charitable organization that works in Africa, and we provide a lot of food and medical supplies to them. But what I've discovered is there's no way for private charities to do the kind of work that's necessary to really care for the most vulnerable in our communities, even in a rich state like New Jersey. So I would urge that we continue to do that at a national, state, and local level, and that to the extent we need to audit those things to make sure that they're properly run, I agree with that. But we shouldn't lose sight of the fact that ultimately government does have a responsibility to provide some of the safety net for the most vulnerable people among us. Did that in 1776, 1783, and we should continue to do it now. Thank you.
Anyone else? Close the floor for public comment, return to regular business.
So moved.
Commissioner DeGroot.
Second.
Deputy Director Space, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, carries. 24 is reminders, please check the county's website, www.sussex.nj.us for meeting schedules. Number 25 is adjournment. Motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Commissioner Henderson.
Second.
Deputy Director Space, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, carried. Get home safe. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Meeting is adjourned at 7:39.